Can Bangladesh really afford to ride an anti-India wave while ignoring its economic dependency on New Delhi? Let's break this down for you quickly. After Sheikh Hasina's resignation and exile to India in August 2024, nationalist and anti-India rhetoric surged across Bangladesh. The interim government led by Mohammad Yunus scrapped or reviewed multiple India-linked projects. Yet paradoxically, trade volumes continued to rise, indicating how deep the economic dependency is. In the financial year 2023-2024, bilateral trade between India and Bangladesh stood at around 11 billion US dollars. India exports machinery, chemicals, food products, cotton, petroleum products, and intermediate industrial inputs, while importing garments, jute, leather, and agricultural goods from Bangladesh. The trade relationship is structurally asymmetric. India consistently earns a large trade surplus, estimated at roughly 7 to 9 billion US dollar in 2023-2024, reflecting Bangladesh's heavy dependence on Indian imports and energy supplies. India's centrality to Bangladesh's food security is perhaps most starkly visible in the ongoing onion crisis. In 2023-2024, India exported over 7 lakh tons of onions to Bangladesh, nearly 42% of its total exports. When shipments collapsed in 2025, the impact was immediate on Bangladeshi markets. Onion prices in Bangladesh shot up, doubling within days as domestic stocks dried up. The interim government's import restrictions meant to protect local farmers backfired as old stocks ran out. Facing public pressure and widespread criticism, Bangladesh has now reopened onion imports from India. This whole episode has made one thing clear: pause trade with India and Bangladeshi markets feel an instant shock. Geography also makes India inevitable for Bangladesh. Bangladesh and India share a roughly 4,000-kilometer border. Additionally, Bangladeshi industries rely heavily on Indian intermediate inputs like machinery, chemicals, and packaging material. Economic ties are further reinforced by energy and infrastructure links. India supplies electricity and fuel to Bangladesh during seasonal shortages, and Bangladesh has recently increased power imports from India. India is also a key market for Bangladesh's non-ready-made garment exports, including jute, footwear, etc., especially as its ties with its neighboring nation Myanmar remains weak due to ongoing civil war in Myanmar. At the same time, despite the interim government warming up to China, its trade ties with Beijing have actually suffered, with trade deficit increasing and Bangladeshi exports to China falling. Similarly, when it comes to United States and Donald Trump, the tariffs that have been imposed by President Trump has also adversely impacted the industry in Bangladesh. At such a point in time, India acts as a hedge market, softening blows and acting as a cushion for Bangladesh's economy. Despite political churn following the ouster of Sheikh Hasina from Bangladesh and fall of the Awami government, one thing is very clear: India still remains central to Bangladesh's economic ecosystem. With elections scheduled in Bangladesh for February 2026, one hopes that the democratically elected government in Bangladesh will curb the anti-India sentiment and recalibrate its ties with New Delhi. Harsh for Mojo Story.